Welcome to the Nelson Mandela Championship, and must be a little feeling of deja vu coming out of the rain like that.
Well, at least this year we've gotten to play the Pro-Am so far. But yeah, it seems like the rains are going to rain again. But it was a good omen for me last year, so hopefully it'll be the same.
Scott, fairly dramatic changes in South Africa just in the last week with the death of Nelson Mandela. You're the owner of one of a limited edition of portraits of his, the trophy that you won last year. Is there a huge sense of difference coming here this year now?
Obviously the country, it's such a sad time for the country right now. The loss of such an inspirational man. And from my own personal point of view, it's certainly a different feeling coming back to defend. It always was going to be different, but because it's a new experience coming as a defending champion. But if I could win that title again, I think it would be extra special this year.
You've been around the course. It's not going to get any drier. What are your initial feelings about it?
It's a lovely course. I love the back nine. Some great holes. The fairways are fairly soggy just now, and according to the forecast, they won't dry up. But the greens are incredibly firm for considering how much rain the course has taken.
And I guess hoping you're not going to have a par 66 again this year.
Yeah, hopefully we can play the full length. Yeah.
Scott, how's your year gone since you won the title?
It's that winning last year was the catalyst to my best year yet, without a doubt. It was. I went from winning here to then getting a spot in the Champions event, the Volvo Champions at Durban Country Club, where I came pretty close to winning there. Unfortunately not, but my good finish there then led on to getting in certain tournaments due to my position in the race to Dubai. I got into the RAL, so I got to play my first WGC, and then I also got to play the Volvo World Match Play through my position in that finish in that Champions tournament. So it really opened up my eyes to just how important winning is. Obviously it'd be great to finish in the top 10 every week, but actually winning a tournament can really open up the doors as far as gaining access to a few extra tournaments and getting a lot of world ranking points up there.
So you have a bit of an affection for South Africa, I guess. Other tournaments that you're going to play, or early next year perhaps?
I think I'll probably be back down for the Joburg Open and possibly the Tshwane as well. I've had a good record in South Africa. The last 2 weeks weren't great for me, but I'll blame that on being a bit jaded after we had a strong finish to the end of last year. So hopefully it will be my week again.
Michael?
Thank you. Just to ask, I don't know, was that ring on your finger last year?
Yes.
Think about that one. I thought it might have been a change. And secondly, to ask, how do you adjust your goals? Whether after a year like that, you think, well, I must win again this season. Those kind of thoughts cross your mind?
It's difficult because you don't want to put pressure on yourself. I certainly felt last year after winning and then some performances in some of the big events that I'd sort of made a step up, as far as my career was progressing. But winning's actually something you can't really control. I think it takes care of itself if you can put yourself in position enough times during a season. The likelihood is you're going to win one of them, and then the more times you're in that situation, you get more comfortable at it. But you could have the one at Durban Country Club had a 5-shot lead, shot level par the last round, which probably isn't good enough if I only had a 1-shot lead. But you think that 5-shot lead, it's any other day that could have been okay. So that is kind of out with my control, and the fact that day Louis shot 66, I think he shot. So there's always an aspect that you can't control. So you can just try and control things that you're able to control, then hopefully you'll be in a position to win a few tournaments during the year. So yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on every week saying need to get another win. But that would be still a goal, certainly.
And then the last one, courses, like you said, the greens are a bit firm, the course is very soft. Were you expecting some low scores this week? Do you have a number in your mind?
I'm not sure. I've just straight off the course there, so not really thought about it. There's some serious rough in places as well. It's quite patchy, but there's some really thick rough. Some of the worst I've ever seen, to be honest, in certain places. And with when the greens are firmer, it's usually harder to hit it, get it a bit closer to the hole. But it's not the longest course either, so there'll still be opportunity to hit it close on a few holes. But I can't see it being mega low. I couldn't tell you a number. I'm not very good at guessing that. Yeah. I'd say if someone's about 15 under, then I'd say that's. But I could be completely wrong.